Hello there, right here. Welcome to our Friday stream. It is April 14th. That is insane. Already halfway through the month of April. Feels like we just started April. Time flies, you're having fun, I guess. Welcome everybody. Who we got? We got Disallows here. We got Normie, Julian, so many great familiar faces. Disallows says, are we going to be on the testing server? You can be on the testing server any time of the day. It's open up 24/7. You're always allowed to go in there and test stuff. Today, what I'm doing is recording the cherry leaf farm video. We made this back when cherry leaves came out, probably a month ago, maybe 2 months ago. But I never actually did the video on it. I probably won't do a tutorial on it because of so few people that would actually build it. So, shouldn't be too long a video. Welcome in. We got Rabbit Bear as well. Yeah, you hear the farm background. The normal thing to hear explosions. As long as they're just in game and not in real life. I like some building. Oh wow, they got pretty close. Yeah, it is the tree farm, it's not the leaf farm. I'm muted on Discord. Thanks for telling me on mute. Oh yeah, if you guys want to, join all my socials as I get the stream going. It'll take me a couple minutes to do that. Yeah, there's all my socials. Click them all, join them all. Keep up to date on what I'm working on. Let me write a little message about what we're doing today. Showing how my auto AFK cherry leaf farm works for 1.20 craft for coming video on my YouTube. And is that it? I think so. I feel like I'm missing something. Cherry tree farm bid. I can link to my previous video. Yeah, how's everybody doing now we're in April? We're in the northern hemisphere. We're having springtime. Really nice. Winter is fun, but it's kind of boring after a while. Spring makes the air smell fresh, especially when there's some rain. All the little creatures start making noises. You hear the birds singing, the frogs croaking. Everything starts coming to life. Nice time of the year. Seems like every season has its pros and cons. Okay, here's the link, and I'll pin this. If anybody's asking what's going on in the screen, he's there for them. I have to be on my single player world in order to record this video, so I won't be recording it on the testing server. Can you update the testing server to 1.20? What is it on? What's the testing server on? What version? So you can show us in game. Show us in game the machine. I can't put the machine and record it on the testing server. Otherwise some person will come by and play something. and then mess up my recording. You didn't see any frogs in real life? Is it not springtime for you? Maybe there's no frogs where you live. And you can hear the frogs, at least where I'm at. I haven't seen any frogs, but I can hear them. Supposed to freeze. Supposed to freeze coming up. But I don't know how the frogs. I mean, I suppose they survive over the winter, but when they wake up and then it freezes, I don't know how that works. Some of them can be poisonous. Poisonous frogs? Oh, the server's on the snapshot? No. Yeah, that's right, snapshot. 4A is right. I think it's the most recent snapshot. There wasn't a new snapshot this week. Posted on Twitter. No frogs. Oh, what a bummer. But yeah, let me send out these announcements, letting people know that we are streaming cherry leaves for days. How it works. Post that. Streaming for at least 2 hours after post. Where's this post? Yeah, there. And also post it onto my Twitter. Make sure you guys are following me on Twitter as well as my YouTube community page by having the bell notification that you all, in case you get informed about that stuff. The downside is, like I said, I only stream for like 2 hours, so a lot of times people will miss the stream. They stream for a short period of time. I think I could, I still want to work on maybe streaming for longer hours, but maybe just not talking as much. That way I can stream longer. Otherwise, my throat gets sore, and that is the end of that. Okay, so we can turn off that. Welcome in, everybody. Oh, thanks for the drink up. Disallowed. Yeah. Drinking water does help, but it isn't a fix-all, or what do you want to say? It isn't a complete fix, but it does like postpone throat getting sore. Oh, okay. So this is the other one. Okay, we can run this one while we're waiting too. I think I just need to take this and put it over here. Or wait. This way, do I put it here? Or do I put it here? Anyways. I wouldn't mind running these, just double checking them. So this one and this one. I should run these as much as I can. So this one is all within one chunk. Huh. Wonder why I didn't slide it over by one. Probably still this one over by one, right? No, I did not. Wow, that is a bit odd. I guess it don't matter. Okay, I'll run this one too. Or maybe I should turn them off and save them again. Yeah, let's turn this one off. We will save. Save it. And then we'll turn it on. Oh, we don't get no bone meal. Oh, I can leave that one there. Okay. Also out of TNT. I should just leave a chest of TNT here as well. I could even, if I really want to test this for longer, I could make a command block that clones from one chest to the other one. Alrighty. Oh, this one's activated? Oh, yeah. I want to turn it off. Hey, not found. Welcome in. Yeah, I live in the United States. Can be upgraded. Can you upgrade these farms? These are I did a video on this one as well as a tutorial. The cherry farm. This is the first one built up, and this one I built up for the video. I'll save it now. And then we'll turn on. Same thing for this one. This one's full, and this one is TNT dupers, so it could go on much longer. And did I say this one? No, I don't think I did. Add a number, and save it. Then we'll turn. I'll just run these while I'm gonna record a video for this one over here. These two. So this is TNT duper version. This is the expensive version. Broken by fence gate. You can break them with anything. Like, push it with the piston. Yeah. It don't really matter what you break them with. Yeah, I think what your question is, like, can you move these with pistons? The answer is no, because they're just like other leaves. Okay. Back to my worry. Good. And might as well get started recording. Usually takes longer than I think. But yeah, welcome in everybody. Design these. I guess you can always check my Twitter to see when I designed it. I usually post a lot of stuff on there. I think I designed these like probably 2 months ago, whenever cherry trees came out. And then I want to cover a couple things. I guess we can try to record this video from the beginning, like the intro. Yeah, you can push it with anything. Like I said earlier. Anything will break the leaves. Yeah, check my setting. Good. Whoa, Blob the cat coming in with 20 biddies. Appreciate helping with that. Saying sup. How you doing there, Blob the cat? Great to see you. That's a name I definitely recognize. How have you been? I think everything else. Oh, let me check my noises. Sometimes the settings get reset, so make sure these are good. How loud is that? Is that annoying? I'm trying to get Doom to update his resource pack so that it'll make the trapdoors and gates quieter, but he hasn't responded. He's once in a while he's in the stream chat, but he hasn't replied to his Discord. I mean, if anybody in chat knows how to update a resource pack to make it quieter. Oh, not found says you can? Okay, yeah, I can send it to you. I would like to have a version that works like in, 1.18 and one that also works in like 1.19 and 20. Let me show you what he has so far. Otherwise, he made a pretty good resource pack where all I do is want to take the loud redstone noises and just make them a little bit quieter, just so they're like the same volume as the rest of stuff. I kind of make it the same volume as like the player placing blocks or player walking. Let me see what he has. He has, oh, just put the wrong thing. Under resource pack. Oh. Send it to you. Oh, quiet time. Okay. We can do that right now while I'm working on this. 2 minutes of quiet has been redeemed by disallowed by using their Gordy points, which are the points down by the chat. You guys can purchase tons of different things or save them up for more expensive things. Check them out. There's a lot of different offers. Get starting out. Okay, 2 minutes of being quiet. Save my voice has been redeemed and used, but disallowed. TJ come in and said, "What's up, Ray? How are you? Not doing too bad. How about yourself? Seems like spring is always a very busy time of the year." Okay, so I sent those files to not found. Let me know what you think of them. hoping to have one version for like 1.18, and then seems like, I don't know why, but some versions don't work in all versions. I don't know why the research spark doesn't work in all versions, but either make one that works in all versions, or you have one that works at least 1.18 and then 1.19 and 1.20. Yeah, the points are under the chat if you guys want to redeem anything. Imagine's video software didn't get the voice of him, so he gotta do the voice of video again. I actually had that. I was just recording another video. Might be out tomorrow or some other time. But I recorded a bunch of it. I recorded maybe half of it. And then I went to listen to the video, and I didn't record my voice, but once in a while, it'll record the voice being really scratchy, like kind of robotic. And I don't know what the problem is, but I know if you just unplug the cord, the microphone, and plug back in again, it fixes it. You know, you guys hear it once in a while, right? When I'm streaming. Thanks, Bob the Cat, for the drink up. But yeah, I'll be streaming. Also, my voice is like robotic or weird. That'll happen, but I won't be streaming, so I won't be able. You guys won't be able to let me know that it's bad. So then I end up recording. Oh, I gotta stop that. But yeah, essentially I'll just end up recording with a bunch of bad audio. I have to re-record it, which is pretty annoying. Yeah. That's the most new snapshot there disallowed. Yeah, I'm on that version too. See? Okay, so let's start recording on this. Usually what I'll do is I'll record... Usually I record like the middle of the video first, like the part that takes the longest times. So if it's like the tutorial part of the video, I'll record the tutorial part first. This time I think I'm going to try to record from the very beginning of the video, see how that goes. So I have the TNT version, I also have... This is TNT, and this is the duper version. I think what I should do is maybe run the farm and then record me running the farm, and then voice over that, kind of explaining maybe the intro. I think it'd be cool to actually watch the farm run. So let's see if we can do that. There's supposed to be a lever here. Oh, the lever's over here. Okay. So I think if I flip this lever, oh, I'm supposed to take the minecart, place it here, click the lever. Anything else I'm forgetting? You need to do duper version. The only thing it needs is bone meal. Okay, we can put this in. I'll refill it. Bob says I'm off to work. I'm off to work. I go off tomorrow, so I should be able to hang out then. Have a good one. Thanks so much, Wildy, for joining us. Hopefully have a good day. This law says to the new ancient city dimension, and I said no. Research and identifying information game. Yeah. A lot of people are hoping for ancient city dimension. They might add in the future now that they got the portal there. Something called sign. Oh, yeah, I'll explain that in a second. These packs work in the snapshot? I think so. Oh, yeah, well I got one though. I got the redstone one turned on. Even though they're red, it does seem to work in this version. I don't like the quiet all one because I think it makes even the quiet stuff quiet, which I don't want. I just want the noisy stuff to be quieter, not like super quiet. I just want it to be quieter. Stuff like explosions, redstone, those are the main things. So he did make me a redstone one and explosion ones. Which I guess the explosion must be under redstone because I don't hear it. But it seems to be working. Like you don't hear the clicking of the dispenser. I mean, I would like to hear a little bit of it. I guess you can hear a little bit of it. It doesn't sound quite though. I'm not exactly sure how he did the data pack. I don't know how he made the noises quieter. No, I want separate data packs. One for explosions and one for redstone. And I want them to just be just as quiet as like placing a block. Like if I'm placing a block like this, I don't want them to be like louder than that. If I go way over here. Oh, because there's nothing over here. Like I can see my audio, my noise bar, like how much noise it makes. It's like it doesn't go up very much compared to the trapdoor. Trapdoor goes up quite a bit. It's like just double it. Like why is the trapdoor louder than? I don't know why Minecraft just doesn't fix this, but change original file. Okay. All of them in same pack, but you can edit them. Also, you can make a GUI code using Python. Like which sound you don't need, apply it. Yeah, I don't want something complicated. I just want to load up a data pack that makes redstone stuff quiet or makes explosions quiet. I mean, it could also be in the same pack. I don't want them like so quiet that I can't hear them. I want them just as quiet as placing blocks. So everything's the same. Otherwise, I'll be recording a video and then be like explosion, be so much louder than anything else. It'll even be louder than me talking. Then people can't really understand what's going on in the video. But yeah, let's record. It's already 30 minutes of streaming. Yeah, if you want to give it a try this loud. I mean, I can send you the packs too if you want to give it a try. Let's see, what's your Discord name? Oh, it's the same thing. Okay. These are the three main ones. I noticed the Doom's quiet one is too quiet. Pretty much you can't hear some of the softer things. Like I said, placing blocks. Okay, let's get recording. Get to recording this. You know what I should do? I should probably just drop these. And do this. Do this. Oh yeah, so what we want to do is we want to run the farm. We put in the bone meal, Let's run the farm. And then while we're running the farm, yeah, this goes in the office. Oops. And I got my recording device. That should work. Survival. Okay. Yeah, push record. I think I'm facing, everything looks good. Got the water breathing. This going from it. Wish the files are not viruses. I don't know what type of, I guess they're zip files, that's what they are. The in explosion one, only explosions is quiet. In redstone caves, redstone stuff is quiet. What's caves? And all mobs entities are quiet too. Oh, why did let me check. Oh yeah, I forgot the teeny blows of the trees. Where's your trees? That one's supposed to be an offhand. For the exposure one, not found. I would like it so that also things that are, well, I guess. Okay, I guess if yeah, explosions. Because all mobs and entities are quiet. I don't think I need mobs to be quiet. I mean, unless something like withers or something. I wonder why I'm not able to place this stuff. Let's remove this for now. Make sure it's still facing the right direction. Yeah, I don't think caves need to be quiet. I don't know what's noisy about caves. Oh. Okay. Seems to be working. Ooh. Random sounds of caves. Okay, I guess I don't care about that. The main things are the really noisy things in the game, like redstone, explosions. Kind of sounds. Oh yeah, I don't know. As long as they're not noisy. I guess if I notice them and they're noisy, then I'll ask somebody to try to get it changed. Huh. Wonder, yeah, maybe I should add more delay. I think we did some math, and I think we said there's like 97% chance of being able to place in the sapling. Something pretty high. Maybe they're not facing the right direction. Ice doesn't affect. Ice only affects items. Doesn't affect entities. To me, it looks like I'm facing the wrong direction. Oh, okay. Maybe I accidentally moved my character. Yeah, we'll test it a few times. I'm trying to aim in the air spot. There's like a little gap of air behind it. So I'm trying to aim. It might take us a couple of tries because I want to get a nice tree that's growing towards us. Our special rail placement. Rails are already placed in there with waterlogged. Oh no, the rail isn't waterlogged. They're just flowing water here. There isn't any waterlogged rail. Purpose is the player doesn't get explosion damage. Should turn this on maybe, so I can see exactly what my player's looking at. This would have been a good one to record, just because of all the leaves. Oh. Okay. Every time the minecart should be placed in the same location, so the player aiming should also be able to click the same place. Yeah, see how switching between stone and trapdoor in the F3 on the right hand side? Oh, there's another good one. We grew over here. I think we're ready to record. Change my rotation. Yeah. I think the first time wasn't working. Because I must have accidentally moved up there. This is a pretty good one. We'll do it a couple times and see if we can get a good recording of it. Your adventure mode is gone. You can switch game modes. Any special home enchantments? Silk touch, so you get the actual item. Efficiency, so you can mine faster. You're in a minecart when slow. You also have the helmet on, so you can mine underwater. Unbreaking, so it lasts longer. mending probably to repair it. Oh, can't use sugar. I can't use trigger adventure. Why is that? Is it about not working? Right now the trapdoor's out. I think we let player get 4. I think 4. Oh, this is a good one. Yeah, the tree grew. Right for the face. I'm recording right now, so we'll probably use this as the footage, the intro. Welcome in, Protein. But yeah, the only thing it uses is TNT dupers, bone mill, which are both infinite sources. But then again, I don't know. I don't know how many people are, like, it's a really cool farm, but how many people are actually going to build it? It should be someone who really wants lots of the blossom leaves. Oh, this is also a decent tree. It's kind of long, but every time we go down a different row, we're removing some leaves. How's everybody doing today? I'm a little bit tired. Other than that, the trapdoor flipping lets players switch between right clicking and left clicking. Because I have both my buttons held down. For a while this was broken. I think then they fixed it again. Made a bug report, or otherwise an updated bug report. Eventually got it fixed. Okay, we'll let it do it one more time. And then hopefully that'll be useful. Sun, if sun ray hits you, you become sun plus ray, power of 2. I don't know. I really don't. I don't know the answer to that. I just know that. Oh, this is a nice tree. I know I don't like sun. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. So in the wintertime I wear short sleeves. In the summertime I wear long sleeves. I do the opposite. Most people wear short sleeves in the wintertime. I wear long sleeves. Wintertime, of course. Okay, that looks pretty good. Stop that recording. This is a sign talking about which way to rotate your player. Oh! What did I think I either double clicked or something? Was it just a block here? I guess block it. Okay, so we got that record. So now all I have to do is record the part where I'm talking about the farm. So let me record the next part. This is where it gets a little trickier. Over 9,000. The pitch. What's the pitch? Is that what it's called? The yaw and the pitch? The yaw is this, right? And pitch is this. Oh, sound pitch. Okay. You scream so bad. What's that? Oh, when I got scared? Or when I accidentally broke that? You can you can make a clip out of that and post it on my Discord. Or stream clips. You guys ever see anything interesting? Little, I think you can push X. Maybe it's Control X, or you can just push the little thing by the chat. Make clips of the stream, and it becomes a little short video. You scream so bad that your sound gets so high pitched. Oh, really? It probably peaked. Oh yeah, I'm looking. Oh, yeah, I'm looking at my headset. Maybe I should sit a little bit further away from my microphone. It shows that I'm peaking my microphone. I want it so that I can talk quietly without having to. I want to be able to talk quietly in real life, but you guys be able to hear me at the normal sound as like ads on Twitch. That way ads aren't too loud. But the downside is I have to turn up my microphone gain. Okay. Now we have to record the intro of the video. I have to figure out what I want to say. How do I want to say something? Something about how like the blossom leaves are really cool looking. Say something like maybe I made this a simple automatic cherry leaf farm. You can just AFK and get unlimited amounts of cherry leaves. Which are going to be a must-have for going to be must-have, which are must-have. I try to avoid saying version numbers because then when the video becomes a little bit older, the version number might not make sense. If I say 1.20, let's say it's in the future and it's 1.24, people are like, what? 1.20? What's that? Seems so old. 1.20 is so old, guys. How come? Oh yeah, someone answer that question. So let's say something like cherry leaves, which is a must-have. They look so amazing. That's the main thing. But it does produce loot, like a normal tree. You could also say, but you also get, put these down. Also get cherry wood, sticks, sapling. But besides cherry leaves, you also get log, saplings. Ooh. Okay, I think I kind of know what I'm going to say. We'll try recording it now. Up. Make sure my microphone's recording. Looks good. Let me check my audio. Not peaking or anything like that. Yes. Oh, yeah. So it's not peaking on my. Not peaking by recording, but it looks like it is barely peaking on my stream. I guess it's okay, just so you guys can hear me. But if it sounds like it's like reaching the maximum, let me know. I'll adjust that. Okay. Maybe I should write down what I'm gonna say. Sometimes I might forget it. Automatic leaf farm. AFK. Get infinite. AFK to get the infinite amount. Infinite. Okay, so if there's me a simple auto tree leaf farm. AFK. Infinite amounts. Why does anything with slime look hard to build? Maybe because it's like three-dimensional. Or redstone lays on top of a block, so it's always two-dimensional. Streambot broke. No, it looks like it's working. What is this? Did it updated your game mode? Okay, maybe when do we have any Minecraft server helpers? Maybe message Minecraft server helpers, see if they can check it for you. Let me just check. Yeah, it says it updated you to 10 hours. Okay. You can AFK to get infinite amounts of these cool leaves. Amount of these cool leaves. Okay. Okay. I made this simple automatic cherry leaf farm. Okay. I made this simple automatic cherry leaf farm that lets you do. Cherry leaf farm that you can AFK to get infinite amounts of these really cool leaves. Besides those, it also produces the cherry logs, saplings, as well as sticks. Kind of good to spend extra time on the intro part of the video, because that's like the most important. If the intro's not good, no one's gonna watch the rest of it. Oh, oh shoot, I probably peaked my mic by doing that. Should I lower? It's showing that my mic. If I got louder, it means that I went into the red zone probably. Let me know if the chat. Let me know if it sounds bad. If it peaks too much, what happens is the audio will automatically try to get squished so that it doesn't get too loud, and then it'll actually distort my audio for you guys on stream, but not in my recording. My recording is recorded by a different device. Voice getting louder and charismatic. Yeah, I try to sound enthused. But it does take a toll on my voice, so that's why I don't talk like that all the time. Welcome in, Im. Not so much. You just your sound goes way good, but maybe it's a little bit off. You can move your microphone a little bit. What I'll probably do is I'll probably lower my audio. Let's see what happens. Now if I lower it, now I'm just a little bit quieter, right? I think I'm a little bit quieter now. I don't want to move my microphone because my microphone's set up the correct distance so that when I record, it sounds correct. But I should actually watch it as it's decent. I don't want it to be decent. I want it to be perfect. Thanks for the drink up, Toxic. Yeah, it's a little bit quieter now. It's a little bit more, it's more on par with my actual YouTube recording. So now if I speak louder, hopefully it'll come across without peaking. Okay, so I kind of gave a little introduction to the video, a little introduction to the farm. And then what I'll do is I'll run the footage of me actually AFKing inside the farm. I'll put those two together so it'll sound nice. And then it'll also be some cool footage of me actually run the farm. I think people actually watching me use the farm maybe give some curiosity, so people might continue watching the video. Like at the beginning of the video, you kind of want to grab your viewers' attention, like say, hey, you know, this is something cool. But I just stood beside it, it's not really doing anything. And then, just water, be juicy. The water is quite wet, believe it or not. The water is quite wet. Wet water. On the voice call, so some of the watchers seemed like future speaking voice call. So to some on watchers, they seem like future speaking. Oh yeah, you respond a little bit faster, probably. Water is wet. I wonder, yeah, we never did get that quote thing working on the Discord or in the stream, did we? Whoa. Oh. Could I do quote and then put this? I don't know. I need to figure out so we can add more quotes. We got a lot of things to work on, I guess. Okay, let's record the next part of the video. I can stand here. I'll do the hello there, right here intro. As like a second intro. I wonder, did my last farm have the TNT duper or? Can't remember. Don't really matter, I guess. most likely people would probably build this not in a single player world. I would guess people most likely play this on a multiplayer server, in which case the expensive version would be the more favorable version. Maybe I should do recording by this one. Also have two, I guess, yeah. Welcome in, wow, it's a huge name. Call you 10. This is boring. Yeah, doing really complicated things in Minecraft is really boring. But it's very, very fun. Listen to you on Discord servers or communicate faster. So when I watch a server, your voice, which goes site and then send it to me. Yeah, some people have kind of delay when I watch a stream. Playing a multiplayer server alone. Is it truly multiplayer then? Okay, so this will be... So I think in this part in the video, I'm going to say like, hello there, right here. And then I might say something. You might recognize this design as my... the same. You might recognize the sign. It's my azalea leaf tree farm. Ooh. Anything else I should say? And then I could probably go right into how it works. Okay, let's record that part. I'll see how loud my audio is. Because I also don't want to be peaking my YouTube audio either. Hello there, Ray here, and you guys might Hello there! Hello there, Ray here, and you guys might recognize this design. And I'll switch to the other world. Is that world? That's 17. Oh, okay, I only got one version of it. Should be safe for me to update this world. Most stacked person, got full iron. Full netherite. Oh, they're iron and you're netherite, I see. Okay, this is Mother Farm. I think we gotta go this direction. Azalea tree farm. They got all my different Azalea tree farms. We want this one. Oh, I do have a TNT version. So I got TNT version, as well as expensive. One at 16.5 because someone doesn't run 1.17. Yeah, that's kind of sad. No. So, render distance, keep it in focus, and I think once I bone mill, it's gonna activate it. I want to say something like, "Here's my original design for my azalea leaf farm. As my original design for my automatic leaf farm for the azalea tree farm." As my automatic leaf farm for the azalea trees. Okay, so that part will be next in the video. Yeah, for those trees it only takes 2 TNT, but da, 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 da. 20 hours? 20 hour actually comes pretty fast. Even if you just lurk and stream. 20 hours is for creative though. Creative is a pretty big deal. Fun fact, a day is actually 30 hours. A day of what? Change create hours. Encourages people to watch the stream, and also it make sure that people do get creative, people that are familiar with the server. Hey Nico. Yeah, I was like, what's your day? What planet do you live on? Maybe they're alien. Maybe they live on an alien planet. Oh, that's where there's leap year? What? No, it can't be 30 hours. 30 hours a day. Think about it, that's 6 extra hours. That means we'd have to have like a whole month of leap year. Whole month of leap. Yes, no, 6 be 6 hours times 365 days. Somebody do the math. See how many days that is. It's a leap month. Every other year we have a whole entire extra month. Dude, that'd be so weird. 6 times 4 is 24. You're saying there's only 4 days out of a year. Every 4 years you get 1 more day. Oh, do we have... Oh yeah, okay, leap years every 4 years, that's right. I said every other year. It's every 4 years. I seem like every time there's a leap day, I always forget it. I don't know why. It's just so insignificant, you know. I can't remember the last time I actually remember when there was a leap day. Cause like it makes almost no difference. On February 24, 9 and 28, yeah. Oh, what is a year? Seriously, for this? Yeah, what does that come to? What is 365 times 6? How many hours is that? How many days is that? And they get 16, are they 4? I don't think that's how it works. There's a difference between how old you are and what day your birthday was on. I'm gonna do the math. If no one else can do it. I'm just curious. Let's pull out our handy dandy calculator. Okay, so you said there's 6 extra hours per day times 365 days. That's over 2,000 hours. So we divide that by 24. Oh my gosh, you're saying that we would have 3 extra months every 4 years. Thank goodness we don't have a 3 long month leap day. Thanks for the drink up, Barry. You're Asian and you think you have to be really good at math? Isn't that like a stereotype? Per year. Oh, you meant per year. Okay. In that case, it's not. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, then you were off by much then. I was thinking per day. I am into stereotypes actually, really. Stereotypes are you know, they're fun. Because like a lot of the comedians have to use stereotypes in order to make good jokes. Let me say is I mean 1 year in ancient Rome where they had to add like 3 months because the calendar drifted so much. Yeah, it's kind of funny. I mean, it seems like humans are like really obsessed over time and stuff. But you think about time makes very little difference, except in the long run. Okay, we'll record the next part. We got a little detour. Wow, we already been streaming for 1 hour and 20 minutes. Yeah, I was hoping to get this whole thing recorded. That's why I got try to get started recording as soon as possible, because it always takes longer than expected. I calculated for every 365 year we got 200 days more. I was just trying to calculate what the person said originally. So it's like 3 months. So I recorded kind of the intro. So now I want to go straight into how it all works. The audio is still working, I think. Oh yeah. Okay. You like that? It's like that song. I'm only human. You know what? You know, they say the best way to become good at something is to fail at it. Because only by failing will you ever learn. You never learn a single thing in your entire life without failing. So I think I want to say say something like, but I had to change a few things. In case people did watch my last video, I still want to watch this video. So I want to kind of make it sound intriguing. So say something like, but I had changed stuff. But the cherry trees are different. I had to change some things. Let me get another drink of water. Oh, we found an OP potato. There's some cursed stuff. Turkish keyboard. How does that work? Canes. Sugar canes? Oh. Which fast food chain has the best chicken? Oh, there's a fast food place called Cane's. I think I've heard of it before. Fast food restaurant has the best chicken. I heard what's that one place called? Pretty popular. I can't think of it. But they're really known for their chicken. They're fast food. Oh, they have Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A. I guess they had the word chicken in their name. Chick-fil-A. Yeah, that's probably why they're so good at their chicken, because they make right in their name. Monster like them. Oh, those. Okay. You know, I kind of wish English would have those type of letters, because then the letter itself tells you how to pronounce it, right? Like, there, because we have like two different K's, right? We have like cuz and like some of our C's make S noises. I think. I really don't like the English language and all their problems with it. I also like these. Chick-fil-A is good too. Rising Canes. I only had Chick-fil-A one time and it was really good. It costs just a little bit more than maybe your low-end fast food restaurant, but it has better quality. S is a CH. C is a CH. Okay. Dotted ones. Hard. Pronounce English stickers. Okay, let's record this next part. I'll probably go right into, like I said, go and talking about the next part of the video. Keep the video kind of fast paced. Russian sounds cool as a language, but I mean, I want a language that's easy for kids to learn and easy to pronounce, right? That's my pet peeve against the English language. And there's actually a lot of not very used foreign languages that actually have really good like easy to pronunciate, like you pronounce it the same way it looks and you also spell it the way it looks. That's two things. Okay, let's record this. But these cherry trees can grow quite big, so I had to change a few things. First off, the way we have the player actually plant in the saplings is from way over here. We're going to have the player actually kind of stick his head through this little stair here. And from here, they're going to be aiming at this trap door. And the trap door flicks open and is vertical. It gives a very small... Well, it gives a flat edge for the player to actually this flat edge for the player to actually place their saplings up against. And then when the sapling gets placed, and then when you place the saplings, so if I just hold right click, the saplings in my offhand will get placed. And they'll get put over here. That's because it can't place the saplings in the same block as the trapdoor. And the next nearest block is over here. And the whole reason why we had the player actually do this is because we don't want... is because not only does the player have to be holding down the right click to actually plant the sapling, the player also needs to be holding down the left click in order to actually break the leaves once the player gets moved up to this. Once the player gets moved up to the top. Once the player gets moved to the top up here. So at all times the player is holding down right click button as well as left click button. And then when a block is placed in front of the player, the game either chooses to use right click or it chooses to use left click. If it can't use the left click, then it'll try to use the right click. So by using offhand, I'm able to actually plant the sapling and use the same player to remove, and use the same player to have silk touch to actually mine up the leaves and obtain them. I feel like I could record that better. Maybe I should record it starting with the obvious, saying like the main issue is planting and then placing, and then it makes more sense why the trapdoor is up the way it is. Let me delete the extra recording. I think this is recording. Okay, this looks like it's recording. Okay, let's check the next one. The thing is, you can hear that the trap door in the video. It sounds quite annoying. So in the actual video, I'll have to make sure to turn that down. That last one we can delete. And we'll also delete. Who made English? That's the thing, like, people made English weren't thinking of making a good language. English is really difficult to learn just because it has stuff taken from other languages. Comes from Roman and Latin. Huh. Is Roman still spoken? Also originated from German, French. Okay, I think we can delete this. This is where just typing. We can delete the bits of that. And then I'll save the next bit. So I typed out the message that I want to write. And then I think the next part I actually read it. So let's look at that. So I think this is the part where I actually read it. Italian is pretty easy to learn. Yes, this is me actually reading it. Okay. And the next part is next part is, oh yeah, then I go to other world and record some more. So let's pull up that one. And then I record the intro, then go to the world, then I do this one. Let's re-record this last bit. Let's record that. I'll delete that so I don't end up editing it twice. But when the cherry tree grows, it's a bit more complicated. So the main task that we have at hand is that we need the player to plant the sapling, as well as also harvest the leaves. So harvesting the leaves means that we have to use the left click. We're using the tool, the hoe. But in order to plant, we need to use the right click, which is the place option. Because you can't use tools when they're in your offhand, we'll put the tool in the main hand and put the saplings in the offhand. This also turns out to work good because then I had to overcome the problem of making sure we didn't use the hose left click option. Okay. But then I had to figure out how I can use the offhand and right click placing the sapling without using the hose right click option, in this case, which would till the soil. So I can't aim directly at the soil, otherwise we'll just end up tilling it using usage, which would degrade our hoe faster. So instead the next option is to have the player click up against a block in order to place the sapling in. This will place it This will place it in the available location right beside it. But I still want to, but I still want the player to be able to hold right click and left click at the same time. And then when we would click on this block, the player just end up trying to break the block rather than place a sapling in. This is because whenever the player is holding down two buttons like right click and left click, or breaking and placing, whenever the player comes in contact with the block, the game's either going to decide to place, the game's either going to try to use the right click or the left click. And whichever one that gets started doing, in this case we're using the right click, it will continue that action until it's complete. But if the game decides to use the left click, in this case it can't use the left click because it can't place a sapling in midair, it will then default back to the right click, which is breaking. So if I come in and try to place this sapling while holding right click and left click, once my player starts to break the block in the background, I'll never be able to place in the sapling. But I found a way to actually make the player switch. But because every time the player comes in contact with the block, the game either has to choose right click or left click. If I happen to choose right click the first time, the game happens to try to break the block in the first time. All I have to do is move the player away and try again. And there's about a 50-50, and then there's a 50-50 chance that it will decide to end up planting the sapling. This is essentially what This is a method I originally came up with years ago and still use it to this day in a lot of my farms. And it's done by using this trapdoor that continues. And it's done by using this flipping trapdoor. And it's done by using this flickering trapdoor. So what we do is we have the player aim past it. So what we do is we have the player aim up here. And then every time the trapdoor flicks open, the player will then have an option to try to plant the sapling on the side of it, in which case it would place it on the next available block, which is over here on top of the dirt block. But this trick only works if there is air block behind the block you're trying to click on. Because you need air block in order to have the game switch out whatever mouse button you're trying to hold down. So for this case, because of that, we have the player actually sit kind of far away from the trapdoor, and the player is actually going to sit right over here. The player is actually going to sit over here, and is going to aim on the side of the trapdoor. And when the trapdoor goes down, the player is going to aim beyond it. but isn't able to actually click on the block in the background, so it's just as if the player is trying to click on some air. Okay, so I recorded a portion of it there. Hopefully that kind of made a little bit of sense. Let me catch up with chat. Okay, for some reason the bot captured that one. Something about iron farms. Couldn't get it working. Iron farms now are really simple. If you watch my video, I have a 5-minute iron farm where you can build an iron farm in just 5 minutes. Oh, good one, protein. Why is there so many entities in the testing server? I don't know. People must spawn them or something. You can ask Minecraft helper. Come on, delete them all. Hey Zam, welcome in. Welcome in, Green Ninja. Okay, so we recorded that part of the video. What's next? Okay, now I can talk to the next problem. But we can't just have the player sitting here stationary, because we also need the player to move up here to actually destroy these leaves with their Silk Touch hoe in order to get them as items. And we can't move the leaves down to the player to get them. We can't move the leaves down to the player to be broken, so we're gonna have to move the player to the leaves. So the way I did this was using a minecart here. The players actually be riding in the minecart after they plant in the sapling. Machine will automatically drop the minecart down since it's sitting on this trapdoor, and it will follow this rail system up, around, and then we'll move the player in front of these leaves. What we got here is a bunch of rails going back and forth. This will let the player be able to reach as many leaves as possible while also not interrupting the tree's growth. At the same time, we also got water here, which can move all the leaves downwards so that they eventually get collected. This is done with a lot of different fancy water setups. And then afterwards, what we'll do is we'll activate some TNT, which will destroy the majority of the tree. That way we can come in and plant in another one. And we also use this to obtain more saplings. As the player does use up one sapling each time, we do need to replenish those. All the water, oh my god. All this flowing water here, doesn't matter where the items fall, if they fall on the rails over here or even in the middle here. Everything pushes the items to a couple of collection areas. So we got one water stream that's moving everything in this direction to an outer collection area, where the items will sit and wait until the player comes by and replenishes their saplings, and then in which case it will let this hopper pick up all the remaining items and put them into this chest here. On the other half of the farm, we also have another collection system, which the items will go underneath down this waterway into this hopper here, which puts them into this chest here. And since there's one little spot where items can kind of end up and not easily typed into the other chest, I have a third chest which will pick up those items and store them away. And store them in here. Okay. Can I play in the testing server? Not today. Today we're recording this video. That's the main objective. Hey, Electro. Okay. So I kind of explained part of the farm, but maybe I didn't quite explain it the best way possible. Could actually watch. Could also put an alt account on it and then watch it run and explain different parts as it's going, because that might be kind of cool. Better than hard for me to run it and explain at the same time. The main part that I explained was writing in the minecart. I think that would be kind of good. I don't know how that's gonna affect my frames. Frames look really high right now. Probably just because I have low render distance. Let me load up another account and see how that looks. Might be kind of interesting. No. Okay, so I just have to open this one up. I like it how it sets the default now. It's creative as well as cheats on. Also have to remember to mute my second account for the noises. The hub player. Oh, I have to have the same tools. Then what else needs to up? So what should I do? Should I run this one or that one? I guess we will run this one. Can you run this one? This one, it does have this thing by it though. I guess we could run this one. Here, go survival. And then that on. Move here. I'll right click and left click and press F3 P. Release some. Up a discount. See if it works. So it's a right click. Okay, I don't think my player is aiming quite right. I'm gonna reposition my player. Okay. I think it's because I'm touching my mouse. Is it possible to not move my mouse? I don't know if I've ever done this before. Okay, let's see if it works. I also just spectate my account. Oh yeah, looks like that worked. Drop the player. Okay. Now I should be able to explain it more easily, because stuff's actually happening in front of our faces. Okay. So here you can see how the player goes over here, plants in the sapling. Sapling is automatic bone mill. Player is released and then sent up to the top with their hoe in hand and start demolishing the leaves. All the leaves are then being collected by this water stream. We got a few different water streams here. One water stream's over here with the iron bars and just moves all the items to this area over here and gets put into his chest. We also have another water stream that pushes items underneath of these endstone stairs here, which gets put into a hopper over here and a chest over here. And there's one area in the center where we can't really easily put in a water stream. So I'll just put another hopper to collect any items that are from there, which should get put into this chest. The rail system is pretty straightforward, with the player going back and forth on these waterlogged rails, which can also move the items to the center if they fall on top of them. And the player is also wearing an aqua affinity helmet, so they can actually mine just as fast underneath the water as if they weren't in water. When the player also comes over to this end here, the minecart is dropped on top of this detector rail. This is connected to the detector rail is connected to this torch here. And the torch is powering this hopper. What this does is it prevents items from getting pulled into the hopper, so they just sit here. This way the player this is where the player will restock its saplings. Because every time it plants one, it needs to pick up some more. Because every time it plants one, it needs to pick up one at least. Because every time it plants one, it needs to pick up one. So you'll see the player actually pick up a sapling here. Then afterwards, he will activate the detector rail, which will turn off the torch, allow all the extra items to get stored away. After that occurs, the player is then dropped into some water. This is just used for delay, so the player is not standing over near the center farm when the tree is being removed with TNT. And the player is then moved over top of this detector rail here, which activates a redstone signal, and after a delay, it comes over here and does some redstone stuff. The main thing it does here is the main thing for the delay is to give the player time to actually plant in the sapling, because every time the trapdoor flickers open and close, there's about a 50% chance the player is trying to use right click versus left click. We want to give the player a couple different offers. We want to give the player a couple different chances. After about 4 attempts, there's about a 100% chance that the player will place in the sapling. And at which point we just This also gives time for the dispenser to bone mill the sapling this also gives time for the dispenser to bone mill up that sapling to turn it into a tree. After it's bone mill it, you can see it gets pushed upwards. That way we have a new free empty space here, plant in a new sapling next time. That's because the TNT that blows up the rest of the tree doesn't come down low enough to destroy this to destroy the lower stump. And we don't want the TNT to actually get too close, because we do have this dirt here which could easily get destroyed. The way we push this up is after redstone goes through that delay, it comes over here and it will power this. It will power this piston here, which will go into a little bit more delay, and we'll activate the piston, which is pushing up the dirt block, and then we'll pull it back down again. The same signal will also be used to drop the player downwards. It gets piped over here and up to this trapdoor, and over to this observer, which then will flicker this trapdoor. With a quick pulse, the player is then dropped downwards onto the power rails, which sends them all the way up to the very top to start mining the tree from the top down. The reason why I go from the top downwards is that way any leaves that are stuck on top of previous leaves are then removed and they're also dropped as well. We do have a couple iron bars here, which just prevents the tree from putting in logs here, which could eventually suffocate the player and kill them. The waterlog rails also make the player move slowly, as when you're inside of a minecart mining, you mine at half the speed you normally would. This is also why the hoe has efficiency. Make it so you can easily mine the leaves despite being inside of a minecart. We also have unbreaking to make it last longer. Silk touch, of course, to get the items, as well as mending so you can easily repair it. As this is the only thing that and if you use a netherite one, you can get a lot of uses out of it. And with the netherite hole, you should be able to mine up. And with the netherite hole, you should be able to mine up around 8,000 leaves before having to repair it. And with the netherite hole with unbreaking on it, you should be able to mine up around 8,000 leaves before having to repair it. Okay, let's take a little bit of break there. Yeah, this is my alt account. Nuked end on the testing server. Nuked it with TNT. Piggy says, dope farm. Thank you. I love designing these type of farms. These are probably my favorite type of farms to design. They actually give me a bit of a challenge. Some of the other farms are just a little bit, too easy to do. More about small detail than it is about actual cool new concepts. activating this detector rail here will also come over and activate this redstone line here, which goes into a monostable, then goes up and will activate this scaffolding, which we use as an actual redstone. Which will go over and activate the scaffolding here, which we're using as a redstone signal to activate some redstone up here. This is where we have our TNT that is actually destroying the tree. Because the cherry trees are quite large, we have to use 4 sets of different TNT activating at different times and at different areas. So we dropped 1 TNT over here, and we drop another TNT on the opposite side, low down, and we drop a third a little bit higher up, and a fourth a little bit higher up on the opposite side. This destroys the majority of the tree, so you can also get some logs out of the whole entire. So the tree just doesn't go to waste, and you can actually get some logs as well as the leaves, as well as the saplings and sticks. In this setup here, I have 4 TNT dupers. And they're placed in such a way when they activate, they move the TNT towards the center. I guess we can watch it. And when they activate, they purposely move the TNT towards the center of the tree as close as possible. And we drop them through some powder snow to slow them down. That way they blow up at the precise location to do the most damage. But we don't want the damage to actually hurt the player, and that's why the player is actually being stalled here in the water while the TNT is going off over there. When it comes to the player sitting here, you notice the player doesn't just sit in the middle of a block. We actually have them perfectly aligned against this wall here with their minecart. Okay, I'll have to explain that part. I'm gonna have to grab some more water. All this talking. Ooh, makes you quite thirsty. While I grab that water, guys, take this opportunity to check out all my social links on screen. Also throw them up in the chat. I'll be right back in a minute. Alrighty, I'm back. Hopefully you got time to click all my social links, join them all. What I'm up to. Move that. But we can't just have the player aiming any which direction. We need the player to actually be aiming mostly forward. That way they can destroy the most leaves as possible while inside the minecart. So when you're in survival, you can't reach as far as creative, but you can break the block that is inside of your head. You can also break this one, third one, a fourth one, a fifth one, but not anything further. So we had the player facing mostly forward, but we can't be perfectly forward because in this situation over here, where we're trying to place a sapling, we need to aim a little bit off to the side so we can be able to click on the side of this trapdoor, not on the edge of it. We also have to make sure not to click on the trapdoor when it's on the down position, but only click on it when it's in the up position. So the player has to be aimed a little bit upwards as well. Because we have to try to meet all these criteria, it can be difficult to actually position the player so it works perfectly down here as well as up here. And because of this, and the way to overcome this problem is to line the player using this wall here. So when they come through, they're going to be boosted with some power rails, and then they're going to be pushed up over this rail here and shot all the way up against this little against this wall right here. So they are perfectly aligned so they can aim in the exact location every time for the perfect placement as well as the perfect leaf removal. Okay, I'm just trying to explain every little bit of the farm because there's actually a lot of parts of this farm that aren't quite obvious when you first look at it. Welcome in, Fiskin. Should also pay attention to see if the player actually uses hunger. They're currently at they're one hunger down. And it's currently, what do they call that when the hunger bar is like wobbling? Eve says, it's a really impressive farm. Semi-autos are always tough as well as tree farms. There's a lot of complexity to this. Thanks. I think I'll let my other account continue running this. Oh, I really haven't used much bone meal. Let's return off that. I think I explained all the main pieces. Or I guess I could also explain the power that goes to other things. The only other redstone in this entire machine is for this dispenser here, which is run by this comparator clock. It can actually be turned off. You put in a piston and lever here, so you can turn it off if you don't want it constantly running. And the other clock is just over on this side over here, where there is a small comparator clock, and this signal is sent up using some observers, so they fit in here really nicely, and eventually make their way over to this trapdoor here, so that it flickers open for a short period of time, but then it's down for a longer period of time. Actually, I can't remember why I chose this slow clock. Maybe if it's too fast? Well, let's just try switching it out. Does sound pretty bad. We'll see how the player does with the faster one. Oh, it looks like they got it. I think I might have done that so the player didn't place the sapling twice, but we overcome that problem by doing something differently. where we send the player downward. Then again, I wonder, does the player actually hoe? No, the player never hoes the... player never hoes the dirt. I don't think they ever have an opportunity to even click on the dirt. Yeah, they're always away from the dirt. So I guess that actually works. We could actually change this. I guess one thing is. Hey, Fox Boy. Yeah, problem before was the player placing in another sapling before the first one. I pushed upwards. But now we don't push up the sapling until we remove the player. I don't think it's really possible. If you look at when the sapling gets pushed up versus when the player drops, you should be able to see this. Yeah, the dirt's still up in the air where the player's falling, so there's no point. Okay, let me record the second part. And there is a second observer clock which goes to the trapdoor here, which flickers it on and off. If you want to, you could have this hooked to... If you want to, you could have it hooked to a slower clock, so it's not so annoying. Oh, hey, Kyra. Says, hey, Ray, I thought I would pop in for a minute to see how you were doing. I know it's been a while, so I'm excited for the cherry blossoms. Yeah, have you been keeping up with the Minecraft stuff? I know you're active on Twitter. I don't know if you've seen all the new 1.20 stuff. Welcome to the stream, by the way. How have you been? But yeah, the cherry leaves. Like the azalea leaves were pretty cool, the flowering azalea leaves, but the cherry leaves are just so much cooler when it comes to kind of like a bush that's flowering. So I designed this farm. I don't know how many people are actually going to use it. I think it's going to be definitely more than the azalea one. I was actually just looking at how many people actually downloaded, because I didn't provide a tutorial for the azalea one, but I did provide a world download. And it kind of gives me a good idea like how many people actually build the farm. And I think it was only like 60 people maybe download the world. So if you can imagine, it probably wouldn't be worth for me to do an actual block by block tutorial. Only 60 people actually use the world download to build it. Ferris says, barely. I did get to start a server with some work friends in 1.19, but we haven't found anything new yet, sadly. You haven't found any of the new 1.19 things. Okay, this is all 1.20. All the cherry stuff is 1.20, unless you turned on the experimental snapshot for 1.19, which is, you can do. You can actually start playing some of that stuff. Some of it's kind of limited. So I think 120 is so close to finish. Oh, Yeah, I think 1.20 is pretty close to being finished. I think they're probably aimed for May or June. I haven't really played MC since the Caves and Cliffs update. 1.17 and 1.18. Didn't play it much then as Cave scared me so much. Yeah, I cannot play hardcore because caves are a little too scary. Player doesn't, yeah, player doesn't suffocate. There's bars there. I wonder, did I put the bars in this one? No, I didn't. Okay, hit the bar. Just kind of random. Excuse me. But how are you? Are you enjoying all the new and fun updates? Yeah, I really enjoyed the updates. Just been playing Minecraft for so long, like since the very beginning in 2009. So, because I don't play modded, I really get excited about the updates because it's like the new stuff. It's like fresh air. Quite nice. What does everybody think about the 1.20 so far? I'm actually surprised how much they packed into it. Thought it was gonna be a little bit smaller update. Because, you know, the cherry thing wasn't kind of announced. That was kind of a like a cool surprise, and also the trimmed armor. They didn't announce that. Like, quite a few things that they didn't announce. But they did kind of say that during the Minecraft Live event. They said, hey, this is like stuff we already got built, but we'll also try to come in with more if we're able to. Oh, Ferret's in chat. Their partner. Type of streams you do there, Ferret. This 120 is very small in terms of content. What do you think about that? I think it's actually pretty big when it comes to content. I'm not sure what you're comparing it with. I mean, if you compare it with every other update in Minecraft, I'd say it's probably on the bigger side compared to the majority. Yeah, at least average compared to average, on the bigger side. There's actually more in it than like what first appears. Because you like a new update come out, you might get like one new mob. Well, we got Sniffer. And we also got the camel. It's like we already got more than one mob. And we might get like, you know, one set of new, maybe. I mean, think about it. We haven't got that many new tree blocks. But in this one, we actually get two kind of wood types. We get bamboo and we also get cherry. So it's like, I mean, I can't remember. They keep changing the number. Let me check. When it comes to wood, there's not that many. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is kind of new one. And 9, 10. So, I guess there's 10 of them. And 1.20, so we're kind of like in 20 updates, 20 big updates in. That means like one wood type every other update kind of on average. But here we got 2 of them in one update. And that's kind of big because of all the variety of color and stuff. Yeah, there's just a lot more. And then like the armor sets, there's just so many varieties of armor sets. Well, so far my player hasn't taken any hunger damage. I was just kind of watching it. It is hard difficulty. There's no beacons. I was wondering if I had to put it down a beacon in case the player would slowly run out of hunger and then start dying if you're in hard difficulty. Oh yeah, Farrah, what do you do in your streams, by the way? Since you're a nerd. 1.16 was another, yeah, 1.16 is a major one, right? And then you're talking about 1.18, which was actually kind of a big, but not very much stuff. All the stuff that you're talking about, 1.18 was actually 1.17. Like the majority, like 99% of all the new content was in 1.17. 1.18 was just actually the taller worlds, and then like change how they add mountains. 1.20 is going to be archaeology, but doesn't seem too big compared to. Oh yeah, there's also archaeology, which turns out archaeology is kind of the smaller thing of the update. Yeah, I thought archaeology was gonna be one of the bigger things of the update, but it seems not. But they did say they could always expand upon it in the future. From a Spanish community, actually. Play Minecraft hardcore most of the time. Okay, maybe that's why I haven't seen you. Usually when I raid other people on Twitch, I look for English speaking, just because that's the people my audience can understand. That's cool. You know Hugo? I help Hugo once in a while. You know Elrich? I help Elrich on quite a few different videos throughout the years. When it comes to like technical things, he a lot of times ask me questions. I'm trying to think if there's any other big Spanish people that I'm aware of. Is that Pierre person? Are they French or are they Spanish? I can't remember. A Pierre? Mr. Hugo, yeah. He's a friend. Oh, that's cool. What else do I need to record about this video? Trails and Tales. Yeah, that's the official name. Makes sense because there's so much stuff in it. Do 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 do. Oh yeah, let's talk about what makes it infinitely automatic first. Yada yada. Get some water and record. So in order for the farm to run, it does use a bone mill with the dispenser here, and that's being put in from the side over here. You can put in your bone mill in this chest, or you could actually put the bone mill directly in the dispenser or like in a storage chest, or you could directly hook this up to a bone mill source. I've got a whole bunch of them in this playlist here, and I would recommend my easy moss one, which you can easily tile and put in your spawn chunks where it can run 24/7 on servers. Also a great way to get XPs as well as fuel. Now the other thing the farm takes is TNT. In this design here, I have TNT dupers, so TNT is infinite. But if you're on a server which doesn't allow TNT duping, then I also have a dispenser version which uses 4 TNT, which works the same way. I'll provide both these designs in the world download as well as their schematics in the description. Now the thing it also takes is it does remove durability off of the hoe. So eventually you'll want to repair it. Other than that, the player doesn't actually take any damage because they're not breaking any blocks that aren't insta-mine. When they insta-mine the leaves, it doesn't actually affect them, and them placing in the sapling also doesn't remove any hunger. And because the player doesn't also take any damage from the TNT, we don't need any method for the player to like eat food or regen health. Which helps keep this design overall very simple for what it can do. Okay, so talked about that part. Talked about the TNT. About the water system, the redstone, all this. I guess I could actually talk about how to start the farm. Because that's a lot of people, if I don't explain how to actually run the farm, then they get a bit confused when it actually comes to try and run it in their single player world. I'll put the sign over there. You can see it. Oh, did I put it not? Did the player click on it? Oh, I guess I don't click on it. I don't break it at least. I'm trying to think of it if it would affect. Yeah, well. I'll put it up here maybe. I was thinking like the editing thing, right? The right clicking, but I think you need empty hand or something. We'll put it up there. Hopefully you can read from there. So then we tell the player to remove the minecart, put it over here. Or no, turn it off, put it over here, turn it on, up in with aim at this specific 102, and 1, actually 1, then 100. Okay. Wonder how precise it has to be. Oh, see, I'm not over enough. Ooh, okay. Okay. Well, I'll tell him either method. Hey, low key. Okay. Getting the player to aim perfectly with a yaw and pitch can be a little bit difficult. So the way you want to do it is turn off the entire system. As the minecart will continue to constantly go in a loop, we do this just by turning off this power source here. And then just remove the minecart and replace it in the center like so, and then turn that back on. And then what we'll want to do is get these yaw and pitch to be the same for the player. So first you hop in the minecart, then we're going to turn on our F3. And right here is our yaw and pitch. And then depending on which direction you face, the numbers might be off by 80 or might be negative. I recommend building the farm in the same direction as I have it here. And then you just need to rotate until your yaw is close as possible to 102.5. Which can be very difficult if you have a very sensitive mouse. You can turn down your mouse sensitivities. In your settings here, you can turn the sensitivity to really slow, in which case you can just easily get these numbers. And we want to set the other one to 1. It doesn't have to be perfect, but if you're having trouble, try to get close as numbers as possible. We push to the right, we hold down right click as well as left click. All without moving our mouse around. We're not changing our pitch or yaw. And once we have those two held down, we're going to press F3 plus T. When this comes up, we're going to release those two mouse buttons. And then we're going to press Alt plus Tab, so we're into a different window. And now we can actually move our mouse without actually interfering with player rotating. Oh. Okay. Accidentally messed up my other account. Anything else we need to talk about? I'll get my other account positioned again. Okay, we might as well record next bit. Then at this point, you can just go AFK as long as... At this point, you can go AFK as long as you want until your hoe is about to break. Okay. Might change some of that once I listen to the recording of it. It's not like I can prove it. Also, I need to get the rates of the farm. This is a version with TNT dupers. That'd probably be the best one to test. We could. Oh yeah, I was gonna tell the players can use the spyglass, but I don't think the spyglass really works because once you do get lined up perfectly, then there's really nothing to send your player. But if you get out of the minecart here, it does this too. Hey, Nicken. That's all good there. There. Guess we could put a faster clock in here too. Seems to work. We need rates. Anything else? Let me write that down. Probably better remember this. I'm gonna use run this farm. Material list. You could do that too. Berry farm leaves. Make a new list in the notes. We want to get rate. What else? Material list. Real download, schematic. Also the rates of the TNT. Time for donut. Wait, you have donuts? Dude, I don't know how long it's been since I had a donut. Oh, I guess not too long ago. They had some at our church. I usually just stay away from sweet food. Try to get all my sugars from natural fruits. I notice I feel so much more energized if I stay away from like processed foods. Get all that natural energy. What else? List. Cycle time. I think the cycle was 12 seconds or something. We can measure it again. I think it was like 12 seconds. Stop watch. The player not planting something. I guess I'm not planting saplings. That's fine. Sapling planting doesn't actually affect the time. Okay, I'll start it when the player drops down. Good. Do, 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 do. Oh, definitely not 12 seconds. Or already past like 30 seconds. I don't know why I was thinking 12 seconds. Probably the other farm. Maybe that's what it made you like farm. No. 45 seconds, okay. 45 seconds per cycle. 45 seconds per cycle. Anything else people might want to know? I guess once we figure out how many leaves we mine, we can figure out how long the hoe will last too. But yeah, it's a pretty simple farm. I don't really want to do a block by block tutorial because I just don't think many people will build it. Plus, I wouldn't know if I should do the TNT version or the dispenser version. I think there's quite a discrepancy between this type of farm and then like the actual cherry leaf farm or cherry tree farm. Yeah, I guess we'll try to get that footage edited, and then we'll see if there's anything missing. I still gotta do the outro of the video. Maybe I'll even talk about the farm everything. That's what I should probably talk about the farm everything. Farm everything. And then what else? Everything. Yeah, maybe even well, I guess I do show the document. Should be good. Outro. I guess I can do part of the outro now. Now see how I designed an automatic farm for every single... Now see how I designed an automatic farm for every other item in the game of Minecraft with this playlist here. Or this one, all about other simple farms. Or this one about crazy glitches in the game of Minecraft. And don't forget to share this. And don't forget to share this farm with your favorite Minecrafters, letting them know that they can get tons of those blossom. Letting them know that they can get tons of those blossom leaves. Letting them know that they can get tons of the cherry blossom leaves. and make sure to credit Ray's works as I put tons of hours into all my farms. If you're able to support me, check out my Patreon. Otherwise, leave a like on the video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye! Okay, we'll see how that sounds. Always change it. Nah. That's pretty good. Got the majority of the video recorded. Always add bits and bobs here and there. It took us 3 hours to do that. Probably gonna turn out to be like a 7-minute video, maybe 8-minute video. Try to keep it around like that 10 minutes. 10 minutes for a video is good length. Three hours to do that. I got a bunch of other things I need to work on. We'll head over and raid a fellow Minecraft streamer. Stick around so we can raid as a big party. In the meanwhile, I have to get the stream raid going. Check out all my social links. They're on screen. Click them all and join them all. I'll throw up this as well. Who can we raid? Let's see who's all streaming. Find somebody that's doing vanilla style Minecraft. Maybe we can raid somebody. Thanks for the bit there, small. It looks like both my bots are also working. Good. Okay, there's someone doing hardcore Minecraft. Well, wait, are they actually doing hardcore? Maybe not. Let me just... Yeah. Hardcore event. Let's see what it's all about. Yeah, it looks like they're playing hardcore Minecraft. Okay. Like vanilla survival as far as I could tell. We're gonna raid someone called Corrupted Tree. See if we get all you guys to join, all 20 of you guys to join in the raid. Playing some hardcore Minecraft. Joining us in raiding them. Never raided them before. We'll see what their hardcore world looks like. Thanks guys for tuning in as we recorded the video for the Auto Cherry Leaf Farm. It'll be up on my YouTube channel in a week or so. It's always fun to do these recordings on stream with you guys. You guys can kind of see the behind the scenes, what it takes to make a video. And you guys also help me improve, bringing up good points. I appreciate you guys hanging about, asking questions. I can answer them in the video, or it gets sent out to thousands and thousands of people. As always, when we do these raids, you guys could please all copy that raid message, copy it, and we're gonna paste it into Corrupt Tree's channel. Twister. Paste it over there once we